Joined here once again by Cameron Cranston. And Cam, good to see you again. Appreciate you swinging by.
Brian, it's always a pleasure.
Hey, like we were talking about, it seemed like the fellas and you guys starting to hit your stride at the right time. Just kind of talk about how it's been coming together over the last few weeks for you.
As a team, I feel like we all feel like we have so much more to give, and we've dropped a couple here and there that we probably think that we shouldn't have. And these last few games, we really have been finding our stride, sitting down on defense, getting stops, and that ultimately leads to offense, getting out and running. So the last few games, we've been doing that really well. So as long as we keep that going, I think we're going to have a good upside to the second half of the season.
Yeah, I know we're definitely a team-focused team where everybody can get their spot and get their shot, but it was a big game for you. Last time out, 29 points, career high. Just kind of touch base on that game and for Billings and how great it was to go out there and put together a performance like that.
We just seemed kind of in a lull, and I was just feeling it that day. It was coming off my hand really well, and I'm just glad that we could keep us in the game. And my teammates were finding us, finding me, and I was just trying to do anything to keep us in the game.
When you look at your game from last year to this year, what has been the biggest difference you've seen? Because you've really excelled, and your points per game, everything's been going up. What has kind of been the biggest difference you've seen this year on the floor for you?
Mostly just confidence, having the confidence as the coaches have for me and my teammates have for me. Just being able to do the things that I know I can and that I've been training to do for a long time.
We've seen you hit the big shots too. I mean, how nice is it to know and you got the ice in your veins out there because that no problem if you get it with even 0.1. I wouldn't be afraid that you'd probably get a shot off at 0.1 seconds and hit it in. I mean, where does that confidence come from there to know that hey, I want the ball in the big minute?
I've just always had a knack for the last second shot. I just love having it in my hands. I like that pressure. I've always taken on that responsibility. I've had a couple, and hopefully we don't have to have any more. But if we do, I'm ready for the next shot.
Yeah, it's going to stress us all out. It's fun to have them, but it's stressful on the table too. What is it like too? Being a 3-point guy, especially with your height. A lot of times, most times we've seen the game evolve, of course, over the years where guys with higher size go out and shoot threes, but normally a post guy. But how nice is it to know that you can go out there and stretch the floor and hit 3, 4, 5 3-pointers when needed?
Good. I mean, my dad was a coach, so I've just been in the gym my whole life, just getting that repetition. In basketball today, it doesn't really matter what position you are. If you can shoot the ball, there's always a spot for you. So, yeah, just being able to space that floor. I think the floor is one of the hardest positions to guard in basketball right now, just because if you don't have athletic four, then if you have a skilled four, they can just go by you. And if you're going to lay off, you shoot it. And yeah, it's a tough position.
How much are you looking forward to the games this week? We go out and play. Seattle Pacific, of course, had a really wild game here. We were just talking about you almost had the game-winning three at the buzzer there that rattled all but hit every chunk of the rim but didn't go in. And then St. Martin's, I mean, how much are you looking forward to that road trip this week?
On Thursday against Seattle Pacific, that's probably one of the biggest ones of the year. We feel like we should have had them here at home, and that last shot it felt so good. And I thought it should have went in, but we definitely have another chance to get them back.
Now, how are you looking forward to it? It's crazy to think we're already to the last 4 weeks of the regular season, but the last 8 games, I mean, what are you looking forward to the most from those last 4 weeks here?
Just trying to get every win that we can, taking each game day by day, trying to win each and every day of practice and preparation, and just ultimately trying to get to the GNAC championship and bring one home for Western Oregon.
All right, Cam. Well, we really appreciate you catching up with us again today. Best luck this rest of the season. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Brian.